Welcoming you back to crypto's juiciest news. The moggening is upon us, my friends. Bitcoin sitting at around 83,000 American dollars. A lot of people are witnessing glory right now, but they just don't know it. This is my monthly super trend line of sorts. I call it my own super trend. It's just a line. I call it structure. And if you watch every other KOL friends, they go, if we break down, that'll be bad. If we go up, that'll be good. Thank you very much for that professional analysis, my friends. I'm calling all of you out. You're all a bunch of bitches. Yes, we understand it's a game of probability, but I've noticed there is a 100% probability that when the candles go down, you tell everybody to sell, and when the candles go up, you tell everybody to buy. So you can suck on my nipples in a very family-friendly way. Of course, this is the Ethereum price. 5 red monthly candle, friends. I'm just going to be honest. What I'm feeling right now, obviously what I'm feeling, friends, my nipples are, they're like saddle. Man, I've got family who watch this. Okay, so my nipples are like satellites. And it's just pointing at different directions like antennas out there in the world. What are they actually feeling right now? Look, man, just right off April. Just right off April. I think we're going up from here and it's going to bottom out, and we have bottomed and everything's okay. But I mean, like, you're not going to get that, like, you're not going to get Sommi in the astronaut suit in April. That's pretty much it. You know what I mean? Like, well, it's not astronaut suit time. This is like, why are you going to zero type of behavior? Okay, now, best we can do is maybe we recover out here. You never know. Maybe we finish like this, the month green, and we continue it. But like, okay, 5 red monthly candles, man, that's... Ethereum didn't even do 5 red monthly candles in the bear market. Do you know that? It did two green, 3 red. A green, 2 red, a green. Basically, dude, I'm speechless. I'm literally speechless. Look back in Ethereum's history, friends. Ethereum, even in 2019, never did... Dude, it only did 2 red monthly candles in a row. 2 again. Zombie virus and go up. Like, that's what I'm telling you, man. Like, 5 red monthly candles in a row, friends. That's why I don't take anything personally here. I'm like, dude, like, anything people say about me, about you, they say, hey, you know what? I don't even think Sommi's got his nipples pegged today. I get accused of that pretty much on the daily now. It's very interesting. They're like, hey, are your nipples still sore? Do you still have Band-Aids? Do I still have Band-Aids? Go to your local pharmacy and I dare you to try and get a box of unopened Band-Aids. There's going to be a Band-Aid crisis in this bull market. Don't you love how I can make just like a normal, regular dog shit day interesting? ETH-BTC is unchanged. It's monthly candles. That's why I look at the monthly candles, friends. I hope you understand this, what I do now. Okay. When you look at the monthly, you know every day your mood's not going to change. It's a monthly. Okay. When you've printed it's a red on the month, okay, and there's red before that, there's nothing you can do. You have like this Zen approach to things. You're like long term, yeah? Your brain automatically goes, oh, who cares if we go up or down on the day? You know, Donald Trump tweeted today, friends. Donald Trump says, hey, China, you said you'd trade me one of your Pokemon. I didn't get my fair share of the deal. That's pretty much what's happened. And then I saw like, you know, Elio trades and other people coming out. I'm relying on Donald Trump's tweet. No, bro, it's market cycles. He could have farted and something will go up and down, man. It's just markets, man. He'll find the reason to move stuff around. It's pretty nice though on the weekly chart. We're still green. Green is nice and mean. This is holding the super trend. So as you notice, friends, I'm always focusing on that monthly and that weekly because like it sets the tone. Like there's literally nothing you can do. Like it's literally, friends, imagine you're in the middle of winter. Okay, you know when you know it's winter? You know you're not waking up and it's 30 degrees Celsius or whatever it is Fahrenheit, 108 Fahrenheit, whatever it is, okay? You know you're not waking up to that. You definitely know. It's more like, okay, I'm going to get cold. Are my nuts going to be like super shriveled or like 3/4 shriveled, right? How shriveled am I going to be today? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know you're cold. Like, oh, is my fingertips or my toes at my fingertips? You see what I mean? You don't think, oh, sweet, I'm going to need a singlet today. I'm walking around in a wife beater, right? It's the same thing when you look at these monthly candles. It's kind of funny, man. A lot of people still fade this thing. Like they literally, they don't believe that if you just look at the monthly candle, you can literally predict everyone's emotions. It's 100% accuracy. It's the same thing. We all feel good, we're buying. We all feel bad, we're selling on average. This is crazy how it goes. This is the OTHERS-btc chart. I've seen a lot of people in crypto. Don't forget, friends, I was literally the person who started OTHERS-btc. I've been charting this for years. I've always looked at it. This is why, friends, I'm turbo long altcoins, because this thing goes up over time. Yeah. Sad part is I did not think it would be like making lower lows again into 2025. I didn't think that, but I don't care, you know, because I have to take that bet every single time that happens. If I see a macro super, friends, if I see a macro, and by the way, you can't even see the first ones, a macro 9, 10-year trend, no lie, like 12-year trend going up like that, oh, whoop-de-doo, like you're meant to get long here. Okay, it went down again. So what? You have to take it every time. Like, so you're going to get punished every time, but you have to take it every time. But actually, you won't get punished every time because it's not going to do that freak accident every time. Remember, that's why I'm like, you know what? I want to find out that domino, because finding out which was the domino that pushed you over, you know, you don't need to, but I went and I found out what it was. It was the business cycle. The business cycle. We had the worst in 45 years. The business cycle normally by this point has a jip up to like 52 at least, and then it can spike back down if it wants to scam us. Most of the time, it just keeps going up. Yeah, we didn't get any of that. We didn't even get a 52 ISM. And it's literally just been like all the way down. Okay, so there you go. So Ethereum and ETH-btc and altcoins and everything we're looking at, it's just raining on us. That's it. That's pretty much it. It's just raining on us. There's a big cloud. I don't think the cloud's going to be here forever. Depends who you talk to. Some people say, yeah, the cloud is going to be here forever. I say you can suck on a fat one and rotate it personally, because I don't think it's going to go down forever, by the way. We got a president who's literally about to fire Jay Powell unless he cuts rates. Do you understand? Like, this is a man who wants to be called President Pump, not President Dump. Now, friends, I am going to cover some stuff with this token Mantra DAO as well. So we'll just go through a bit of the news out here. So this Mantra DAO's dropped. It's down 95%, but this was interesting, friends. In literally 1 hour, one freaking hour, dropped 92%, okay? Could be a buy. Could be a buy. Not financial advice, okay? Not financial, just telling you, okay? It's kind of funny. Some of you in the telegrams, in other telegrams, you're like, hey, see a big red candle. Where's Sommi? Like, he's actually, people calling my name now. It's like they know, oh yeah, might be opportunity here. Like, I'm training you. Isn't that beautiful? There's actually people out there when they see a red candle, they're like, oh, Sommi said, let's actually look for a bullish reason, which actually I can. I can actually find you bullish reasons to get it. But here's the thing, right? You got to be careful because, okay, what are you going to be spending? You're probably already long altcoins. Do you want to risk selling an altcoin that doesn't have this heavy FUD on it? Because, like, what if the FUD takes a while to dissipate, you know? So that'll be our first news I'm covering. Mantra DAO drops 90% instantly. There are huge unlocks coming soon. Watch for the juicy news coverage as well. So I'll just show you, right, friends. So I have some interesting, this is from them. This is their statement. So obviously, candle down 90%. I was like, rug. But, okay, here's the thing. Mantra community. We want to assure you that the Mantra is fundamentally strong. Today's activity was triggered by reckless liquidations, not anything to do with the project. One thing we want to be clear on, this was not our team. We are looking forward to it. We'll share more details soon. So, friends, Mantra DAO is related to real world assets, you know, same as like Chainlink and stuff out here. Man, a 90% discount's big. Now, here's the thing, okay? When you're down, say, when this guy screenshot it, it actually hit like 40 cents. It's kind of funny, bro. You know, by the way, it's already up from that point, plus 50%. So, Mr. HBB, Habibi, you know, if you've just bought, you're up 50% in literally like 15 minutes. It happens every time, man. I was training expensive. I told you I went to the gym. I was training back to carry us in this bull market. My forearms are sore, of course, out here. Interesting. They also have a summit coming soon. This is funny. This is from their Discord. This is a sharp drop. We understand the concern. There's no official announcement behind it, and there's a lot of clown emojis. And Zach, yikes. Yeah, man, I know. You guys just they just never will see opportunity and stuff. Guess what, man? A lot of things aren't opportunities. I know, but when you like automatically just call like everything a scam and like every single time, like give it the benefit of the doubt, bro. Go look at it. What if it was liquidations? You know, by the way, there's big unlocks coming for it soon, and they have a giant unlock. A giant unlock. I think it's huge supply, something ridiculous, something like 50% or 40%, like it's just a redonkulous amount of token supply. But yeah, and they had an enormous run up as well, which I show. I think they went to like 6 or 7 billion market cap over here. So what I found interesting is friends, this is classic markets, man. It just comes back straight. Look, it even went through this level here. having it around. Now, here's the thing, man. If you're buying this thing around $1, where are you going to get out? You'd have to get it. Like, you'd have to take some profit at $1.50 again at $3. But look at you're getting like a 50%, a 2 or 3x. So when you're trading something like this, you need leverage, which most of you don't. Like, it's not, to me, it's not worth it. Okay, are you okay? Here's the thing. Do you believe in it? Do you even know the coin? So like, if it went down to like 37 cents, would you be DCA buying more, or you leave it? So that's the thing, friends. You know, Warren Buffett style. Well, here's Sommi Buffett. Don't buy a coin unless you're willing for it to drop 90%. Okay, because chances are you're gonna own a coin and it will drop 90% against you. Okay, like we saw pDAI drop 98%, for example. We saw Hex drop 99%. We saw PulseChain drop 90%. We saw PulseX drop 90%. That's what it dropped, 92% actually to the low. But yeah, I think this is I think it would be a buy. Thing is, you got to decide what you want. Here's the thing. I don't even know if you have leverage. I'm just looking at, I think there is a leverage contract on Bybit. Interesting. So there is big unlocks. However, you got to find out when the big unlocks are. And maybe you got to buy after it. Maybe you can start scaling in a tiny, tiny bit. See, man, in this game, like, I'm looking for big stuff. You know, I'm literally Warren Buffett. Oh, you play Resident Evil. I got the Magnum gun. All right, literally, you're hunting elephants. That's what I'm always looking for. If you're trading stuff, if you're not hunting elephants, if you're hunting like breadcrumbs, people want to scalp with like a big amount of leverage. Like, there'd be people like long here with like a stop at 60 cents, like 30% lower. You can do that, but I wanted to provide that here for you straight away. I hope you do appreciate, though. Everyone's yelling, FUD, FUD, FUD. Crypto Banter liked it. He did, by the way. Crypto Banter liked it. By the way, I remember Mantra DAO from 2020, friends. Mantra DAO was one of the first DeFi projects. And then they were one of the lucky unicorns that out of like, I'm not even joking, literally the one, out of like 100, 200 projects that basically did a comb over. You know, they did a repolish, revamped themselves, and they pivoted to RWA, and then they went up. Everything else, though, didn't make it. Literally everything else, all the ICOs, Polkadot stuff, ShopX, all these other things from last cycle. Maybe you don't know that. Everything pretty much, everything that Coach K Shield on Crypto Banter, which is like over 35 coins, they're just down 99.45%. See how tough the game is, man? That's why if you're a dirty little G and you're getting out on like a 2 or a 3x, you're not going to make it, bro. You're not going to make it. Look what this thing did, by the way. This thing, by the way, no one was buying here. No one was buying here. Okay, but even if, let's say you're still holding it from the bear market from May 2022, that's up 169x. Yeah, but there are literally other 50 coins that are still zero. Crypto's rough, bro. Crypto's rough. Imagine you had like 20 of those coins, yeah? One of them, 160x, yeah, but the other 19 is still pretty much 99% down. So like you're up, but you're only up like 5% of your whole, 5x on your whole amount, you know, which it's still good. But you're like, what about the person who didn't own Mantra DAO, by the way? What about the person who sold their Mantra DAO at 50 cents on the way up, thinking, hey, this is expensive now? You know, there are people who do that. Look at that. See, they're like, whoa, man, this thing, look at this. It's like, wow, this thing came back and it let me out. I'm going to get out. I'm at 70 cents. Yeah, then it did a literal freaking 10x above. Why did it go that much? I don't know. RWA, thin liquidity. Who cares why, man? It's just, you know, it's one of, there's always going to be something that people pretty much gravitate to and they FOMO buy on top of each other. The question is, are you in on it? Most of the time you aren't. And that's why whenever something goes up, we always hope we're on it. So that's what happens, friends. When you see a big move like Mantra DAO on the way up, okay, people like me celebrate it, yeah, but other people FUD it. Because when I celebrate, I'm like, haha, that's your unicorn winner. That's your unicorn winner. You see that, you cheats? Every time you sell a coin, you could be selling that. It's true though. But then when it goes down, all the scum come out. And they're not all scum. They're just like, you'd have a beer with them. You know, you wouldn't trust them in a room with your missus. Let's just say that, okay? You definitely wouldn't trust them with a fork in the kitchen, okay? They would use Forky for the wrong purposes. So they start to, whenever the coins go down, they say, ha, 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 see, you should have taken your 22% profit on the way up. Now you've lost everything. So it's a game, friends. It's a game. Like, imagine going and critiquing Lionel Messi about, hey, you kicked with your left foot, you should have kicked with your right foot till they got, you know what I mean? Like, it's a game, man. It's live. You can't really go back and go, this hindsight stuff out here. There's context pretty much for everything, but there are strategies you can do. So it's a long-term strategies. The way I see it is like either always hold or always take profit. Just whatever you do, do consistently. If you change your mind, you're going to get wrecked. Because the guy who always takes profit, he's not going to be donked. Yeah, but the guy who's always holding, you are going to be on that thing that's up and you're like, man, this thing has gone up 10x. It's high, but I'm not getting out. And then it does another 10x. That's exactly what you just saw right now on Mantra DAO's chart. So what's my verdict on this? Depends how much you want to risk, friends. Not financial advice. Like, they have a summit out here. You know what? While we're here, let's actually look at Mantra DAO big unlocks. Let's actually look at the big unlocks and see what they are. I also have this guy from HedgeEye. HedgeEye it's one of those mid-curve boomer. I trade quadrants on stocks and commodities, that stuff. Well, I'm like, boring. Let me guess, you have 2% crypto allocation and you get basically TOEI over an 18% return for the year. By the way, I know that sounds like a diss. It's not a diss. They actually do. I'm not making this up. Go check. Literally, they get TOEI. They get on heat, if you know what I mean. They get a bit randy over an 18% return on the year. Okay, like, bro, 18%, that's my slippage to enter some of my shit coins. What are you talking about, bro? 18% is what I pay to get into the coin. It's true. It's true, man. That's the best part about crypto. Oh, man, this whole industry, we're on crack. He said Mantra DAO did an airdrop a month ago. It was supposed to deliver Mantra tokens to the wallets of early adopters. At the last second, they changed the plans and decided to blacklist more than 50% of users, accusing them of being bots, according to their vaguely explained bot detection framework. The community felt betrayed, and that was the first crack. Terrible tokenomics, lack of fundamentals finally come to play on this one. Stay safe. Now, yeah, but bro, it's down 92% in 60 minutes. Hey, everybody, this one's bad. These people, man, like, oh, you think you can't go and find people talking smack about this coin that's down 92% in an hour? You should almost just buy something just on the principle that you can't find any good news, which is funny. Now, I have this website, CryptoRank.io. I just looked up on Google, unlocking Mantra DAO tokens. I guess here we are in April. They have some big unlocks coming, 90 million and then more. Someone said there's like big percentages coming out here. This is 10%, 2% over 4. Man, this crypto, it's so hard to track, dude. Oh my God. Like, every coin has a schedule, but it's hard, but it's not hard. It's hard as in you got to look at a lot of stuff, but it's not hard because everything's dump pressure. So just, if you can just find leverage on it, you get short. By the way, that's what GCR, the Great GCR did in 2021. He literally he found every single token. He had like a list of 50, or maybe it wasn't 50. There was like 20 of the biggest tokens. They all had big supply unlocks. He just got short. But he got short, I think, 1x. So they're like inverse investments. So like everything's super, super expensive. He gets short 1x. So if you're short something 1x, friends, you can't get liquidated. Okay, you can't. Because like if you have like, let's say you put 10 grand of collateral into it, you only short 10 grand worth of the token. Pretty much. I think that's pretty much how it works. Yeah, so you pretty much can't get liquidated. Maybe you're short like 0.9x leverage. I think that's it. So you basically do a one-to-one hedge on it. I think that's how it works. But yeah, you'd have to check it. But yeah, it didn't have a problem anyway because everything is just dumb, friends. Like the whole industry is, oh, there's people here, sweet, let's unlock some tokens and dumpy dump. Yeah, it's just sad how it works, man. But we're hoping Ethereum would be $8,000 to $10,000 to get the new people in so they can go learn the lesson. But we copped it, didn't we? China has asked USA to completely cancel the tariff. So I'm just going to run through some stuff as we see it, as they appeared. So China has said, please US of A, not US of B, not US of C. US of A, please. Hurry, shoo, please unlock friendship and kindness. Then Commerce Secretary Lutnick, all right, I read that as nut lick. Nut lick, I'm going to keep saying that, by the way. Secretary Nutlick says he's completely confident President Pump and China will work out a new trade deal. Well, friends, look, the deal's not on until me and Matt meet up for shisha again. We hang out, but every time we do, there's a dump, friends. I'm just telling you. So, Matt, we have to time the next it's feel like we've been, friends. Man, Matt, friends, it's been since 2020. Every time we meet up, we met up before zombie virus. We met up before the April 2021 top. Oh man, I don't want to live through them. Oh, just give me PTSD. You know, we realized about halfway through that our meetups were right before big crashes, and we're like, sir, you know we're about to get bonked right now, and that's the first thing we say to each other, Matt. Every time it's like we just know. And by the way, yes, we did meet up end of Feb when Bitcoin was not hit 2K. Do you remember, Matt? I was eating that beef roll. And I was like, man, are we going to get screwed again? Every time I have that little bit of hopium, like, no, please curse. We're not cursed anymore, are we? Yes, I do have the candle burning, friends. I do have the candle. Every time it runs to zero, by the way, I go to the church, I go to the vending machine, and we get it again. So there's 130 countries as well, friends, that are now negotiating new trade deals with the US of A in the White House. So, but that could be just all these, people coming out. Mr. Trump, please, Trump, we want to make a deal, please. I'm all out of Band-Aids. Please, Mr. Trump, please, can we do some deals? Don't tax please don't tax the Band-Aids, Mr. Tariff. I called him Mr. Tariff. That's what he likes to be called, the Tariffs man. White House says Trump has no plans to speak with President Winnie the Pooh about tariff war. So this is just words, bro. I'm not talking to you because remember, like when the stock market's down, they're like, Mr. Trump, what do you think about the stock market? He goes, not watching it. It's like he's cute. Yes, man. Mr. Trump, the market has recognized your brilliance. Every time there's a green candle. Okay. When the candle's red, Mr. Trump, we're not watching the stock market today. What a perfect strategy. The delusion is so good, man. Because because what people try to do is, as a man, right? Because I am a male squirrel. Men, they're always the crown. They're always trying to crack you. From outside. I used to hear music artists talk about this, and I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. I'm like, sound like a nut job. I don't think that's real. Yeah, but it's true. Like, people always come in like venom. They try to crack you. It's like, people, we respect strength. So, like, we're always, like, throwing jabs, right? This is the crowd. The crowd is like, think of it like is a being. If you pluck out an individual person, they're like, oh, Sommi, can we please go play with our Game Boys and go have orange juice and eat a nice chicken kebab with tomato mayonnaise sauce? Yes, we can. That's like if I pick out Jerry or Mr. Donald Lewis from my Telegram. Shout out to you, Donald. If I pick them out, it's like that. But in the crowd, anonymous section come out here, like the Telegram spam. It's a totally different beast. It's just like, ah! Because people, they're testing you. It's amazing. I don't know what it is. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like this. It's totally different side of humans. They want, I don't know what they want. They want to see strength, but they're trying really, really, really hard to crack you. So, like, do they want you to crack? This is very common with Hollywood stories where they love seeing you rise and they love seeing you fall. I don't know if they really love that. It's just like they want to see something happen. So, like, they just keep pushing and pushing. Either you get stronger or you crack. They want to see something happen. So I'm noticing that. People are like, just say it's over. Just say it's over. Yeah? The only thing that's over is the Band-Aid supply, baby. That's what's over. So it's quite marvelous to see. That's why actually a lot of people, friends, cut some people some slack if they disappear during these red candles. Even though I'm still here and I'm still strong here for you, but I know now why they actually leave. Yeah. It's because, like, they just get it every day. Every day you got 13 positive comments, but that one guy just comes and try crack you, try dox you, try find out stuff about you, try to go, oh no, you are buying, you are selling, you're rich, you're poor, you're gay, you're straight, you're a squirrel, you're a duck. They just try to throw everything at you, friends, everything just to see what bites. They want to see what bites. Everything about your body type, maybe your background, maybe where you're going to go in the future, like anything. And then like they'll just Photoshop you just doing gay stuff. I find the funniest as well. So they literally try to get you to crack and react. Everything. But like, you can't get me to crack, bro. Because I do the same stuff with you to other people. I am part of you. We did it together for like 10 years, dude. You're doing the same playbook on me. You understand? It's not going to work on me. I was there with you. I'm there with you. Had no empathy with the crowd. Like, yeah, get him. What I mean by that is when like you scroll down to a popular YouTuber and you just have this one spicy comment and they're like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's biased and stupid. And it'll have 130 likes. And I'm like, you know what? Maximum chaos. Let's press like on that. But I'll do that. I'm like, hey, no one can see me. No one can see me pressing like. Right, so I completely empathize with these people as well when they just leave and they walk away. And I know what's going on with Trump friends. I know that's why I know there's all the whole things for Ghazi. I know it is. Like it's all these liberal media going like they just want to see him crack. It's like they want to see Trump cry. They want to see him cry and capitulate and say, I'm weak. Bro, I'm telling you now, China can literally wipe America off the map. America get minus 99% GDP. Trump's still going to say the brilliance of President Pump has stopped you from going minus 100% down. You see, he will still say that. Okay, it's a frame of mind. Once you get into this frame of mind, you can't crack out. You can't. Once you check out of that, it's over. Yeah? It's literally like a lot of people ask me, Sommi, how you hear markets every day? Well, here's the thing, man. When you're like entrepreneur mindset, you can't do this whole, hey, I'm going to spend 6 minutes a week on my business, and then I'm just gonna like, you know, go on holidays for the rest. You can't do that. Okay, you got to literally wire every fiber of your being into winning. Yeah, you have to think about it. You have to dream about it. Like it's literally top down. Yeah, because there's a lot of humans out there, and like having like you need a real edge. You need a real edge. That's why a lot of people say like, if you're not willing to work 14 hours, guess what? There's a factory of people who really are. Yeah, 8 hours just ain't cutting it. It is what it is, right? China has suspended exports of certain rare earth minerals to United States. I hope Donald Trump gets to say it because the way he says rare earth, there's the way he says rare earth. Wait. Hope you find a video where he says that again. Rare earth. Now, rare earth, also you get that from Ukraine. So maybe he's going to go squeeze Zelensky. Remember, friends, weren't we Russia-Ukraine experts about 65 days ago? Zelensky, Ukraine. Weren't we experts with like about war? Now we're tariff experts. What's gonna be next, bro? Well, there's a new Pokemon coming out, right? It's kind of funny, man. It's like the stuff we do, except get long. Like it's just, but you know, not you and me, friends. We're already long. We're already turbo long to the gills. It's like everyone else. It's just amazing, bro. I mean, you know all you people. Not you, of course. All the other future baby dolls. You're all getting gaslit, bro. The KOLs you're watching who are like de-risked and who are in stablecoins now, dude, they're full of shit. They're literally, when Bitcoin goes up here, they're going to say, oh, the structure has held, everybody, the structure. And the indicator has turned. No, bro, the price moves first. The indicator is just a derivative of the price. The price moves first. Right? And then they're going to go, oh, the structure is here. So I'm really bullish now. Man, I've seen this game just over and over and over again. And just what I'm also fascinated about, but the crowd just doesn't learn. The crowd doesn't learn. If the crowd never learns the stuff I see, it must mean, friends, we have to end the bull market on Euphoria. If the crowd's not learning, it's a new set of people. It's a new set of dollars. That's, by the way, why it happens as well. Yeah, people who experience, you still get the emotions. Why? Because your US dollar goes higher. Because your brain can't adapt to the new US dollar inflation rate. You know that? So, like, for example, $100,000 today might be a lot to a lot of people. Yeah, but in like in 12 years from now, in 6 years from now, maybe you're on 3 million. Yeah, so your portfolio is swinging 50%. You're swinging minus 1.5 million plus 1.5 million, right? At that point, and you won't be able to take that. Right now, you swinging 30,000 is a lot. right? Just to give you an example for people out here, we're actually swinging 1.5 million, and that psychologically gets you. So that's why we saw friends at the bottom of 2022. We saw people's portfolios that were 10 million. They got down to like 1, and they would sell all the coins. They would just sell all the altcoin, and they would sell the Bitcoin, sell the Ethereum, and it was always around this like 800K to 1.2 million mark, around the 1 million, because I knew psychologically, because it was like so bad. They're like, hey, at least I've got my 1 million. Everyone else still has to go get a job. I can still do something with this and earn yield. You know what I mean? So that's how they got super scared. But they sold the bottom. They sold the bottom. President Pump says China's days of abusing the US on trade are over. I want to show you President Pump's tweet as well. Nobody is getting off the hook for the unfair trade balances and non-monetary tariff barriers and the other countries have used against us, especially not China, which by far treats us the worst. There was no tariff exception announced on Friday. These products are subject to the existing 20% fentanyl tariffs, and they are just moving to a different tariff bucket. These fake news knows this, but refuse to report about it. We are taking a look at semiconductors as well, and I'll just brief on through. He goes, we can't let them continue to abuse us on trade like they have for decades. Those days are over. The bottom line is our country will be bigger and better and stronger. We will make America great again. So obviously the market's going to be like, oh no, a bit down, a bit up, a bit down. Actually, friends, as I'm recording right now, minutes ago actually, the stonk market has actually opened up and it's done the cute little gap up part. It's done a cute little gap up and then I think come back down. Actually interesting. Let's check it out here. Yeah, so that's it. So it's just screwing around here. Let's just put on the daily, man. It's a stock market, bro. So we're going to see this, bro. We're going to see this, friends. Just gyrations up, gyrations down. Trump's good. Trump's a lunatic. Trump's good. Trump's a lunatic. And then once he finally settles, you look at the S&P 500 and you're like, oh, crap. It's actually back here. Yeah. Yes, my friend. Yes. So if you bought on maximum fee, you are up on the stock market. You're up 20%, which could be like 50%. And that altcoins might be up 2, 3, 4x from that if you bought on that maximum uncertainty. But if you wait for the uncertainty to clear, you're back in that DCA over grind zone. So you don't get the discount anymore. You're just back to normal times. There it is. Now, as well, friends, I want to cover a bit of PulseChain stuff. So PulseChain, friends, we still have some pricey McPrice action up and down around. Yeah, it's red. Why? Because we slowed down from Ethereum, pretty much it. Oh, man, you know what's funny, friends? I literally, you can tell who doesn't watch my show. I'm giving you the highest value content in crypto, yeah? Because you want to go pay money for bottom of the barrel content, that's your problem. I don't care. Friends, I literally, did I change my positions because people were like unfollowing and unsubscribing? No. In fact, I went harder. I'm like, oh, you mean the people who buy the tops and sell the bottoms, who can't predict the future, are leaving me because I'm long on something? Oh, cool. That means that's my signal to get more long, actually. Thank you very much. See yous. Actually, I didn't want you to change your opinion. By the way, friends, as well, on top of these, so these people who don't watch my show, they actually think you're like a cuck because you're waiting for Ethereum. No, bro. Okay. Are you a cuck because you're in a field of grass playing a Game Boy with your friend and it's raining on both of you? And your friend's like, hey, when the cloud stops raining, we'll stop getting wet. Okay. Are you a cuck for waiting for the cloud? No. Then you're not. Okay. You can use that terminology. You're not here. Okay. It's the same business cycle part out here. The same business cycle force that takes us down, takes us all down. And then the altcoins are slingshot leverage down on ETH. Yeah. And the same force that'll take us up will be the friendship part that we're waiting for. Also, friends, if you're really curious as well, I over the weekend, it was actually yesterday, friends, the first hour of Stevie's show, friends, I was on it. It's actually a really good show out here.
Welcome, hello, everybody.
So we love Stevie as well. Yeah, I had family commitments and stuff after the first hour. But yeah, that's why the first week, we covered a lot of things out here. And like, why I love, friends, PulseChain, it's blue ocean area, dude. If I'm literally swimming, like, you're a big fish. There's no one here, dude. There's no one here. Like, it's funny. There's 94% of people who say something's dead. Like, dead. Like, you know the 94% of people who say pDAI's dead, a Trevor's dead and everything? Like, bro, you're literally saying it's dead. And like, there's nothing in between. It's not mildly alive. You're literally saying it's dead. And then there's 4% of people, it's literally that ratio, 96% on one side, 4% on the other. 4% are saying, no, it's actually alive. The body's twitching. But you don't, friends, you do not get this in other chains. Why? Because there's too many people. That's why. So when something's dead, okay, you don't get people saying it's dead forever for this long. You don't get that. You get someone saying it's dead. Some people saying, oh, there's a path forward. Some people saying, oh, I'll just long this just on leverage. I'll just trade this. You have every scale out here. So you have, it's more red ocean. Yeah. And so the market doesn't give you these volatility. Yeah. You don't get that. But in PulseChain, we do get it. It's opportunity. It literally is opportunity. It's like a straight transfer from weak hands to strong hands and nothing mildly weak in between. This is beautiful. This is literally what you want. This is the bee's knees of getting into a market early. There's also a lot of people, friends, I've seen all over. Every day I see someone wants to stream with you. Someone wants to debate you. Someone wants to blah, blah, blah. Dude, who are you? No. I've done enough. And I'm actually too scared I'll say too much. Okay? I don't want to get weak hands into anything. Yeah? I'm not fighting the market. I've done enough. Well, wait. I'm happy to wait. Waited 4 or 5 years to get here. I'm happy to wait another 4 or 5 years. I don't care how long it takes. And it's also interesting as well, friends. I already did, in 5 days, I did 4 debates. I spoke. My speaking time was for over 10 hours. Over 10 hours. I did a 1v9, bro. A 1v9, friends. Right? Bonnie Blue was... Okay, Bonnie Blue... she did 1v1000, but it was one after each other. She never had the train on her. Okay? All right? 1v9. And then Royson came and backed me up. And then became 2v10. Okay? It's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Just smacking at those little rats and stuff. And it goes in circles. It's just like Israel-Palestine stuff. I literally... Like, there's smart people. I'm like, oh, let's hear what they say. Then after 6 seconds, I'm like, oh, bro, I can't be bothered. Because literally, no one's opinion changes, dude. Okay? Oh, you're pro-Israel, the ice cream team. Okay, you're pro-Palestine, peanut butter. Okay? You come in, no one's mind changes. It's literally neck and neck every time. It's just, hey, I want to see my team. Hey, I want to see my team. There's no price chart to dictate. There's no result of this. There's no reaction. Yeah? I like this, man. I like this. I like thinking about what this reaction can be in the future. As well, friends, what we just saw, okay, we just saw pUSDC repeg to pDAI. What? What? Here it is. Let me go check it out now. So this is it right now. See it unpegged and then just repegged. Look at this. Go down, peg. Go down, peg. Go down, peg. Go down, peg. Look, it feels like someone's just, hey, everyone, I've got a signal here. Are you paying attention? Are you on the fence? Are you watching? If you're watching and you're like, hey, is this random or not? Is this random or not? And someone's going peg, unpeg, peg, unpeg, peg, unpeg. That's how I'm interpreting it. Almost. But you know what? I don't want to say too much of it. I don't want to say too much because no one wants to be with a smelly armpit person in the party. You know what I mean? Okay, when you're like a weak hand, you got smelly armpits, no deodorant, you haven't showered in 3 days, you're really, really stinky. You smell like, onions in the bin, friends. You know that dirty, dirty onion smell, that dirty BO. Yeah, we don't want to hang around that. Okay, this is believers only. It's a Moggers cycle. The PulseChain pDAI joy is also approaching 0. And everybody's watching it closely. I've got a Zen approach about it. Don't really care. I know it's cool. It's the next phase. Shout out to Mr. HexJam Heck. I love this graffiti stuff. But I just have a Zen approach, friends. I've seen everything, dude. I'm that desensitized to markets. We've literally been, okay, we've got to climb 100 steps to get the bull market. We've climbed 99, and then it literally goes all the way back down to minus 100. I'm just like, after you go through stuff like that, you're like, I'll believe it when I see it. But it is cool to see this, though, isn't it? What do you think is going to come next? Like, subscribe, but I don't know. Catch you soon.